everybody, and welcome back to another video. In the past, I've done some videos sorting different Wings of Fire characters into their Hogwarts houses. You guys seem to really like those, so I'm going to be doing a part 3. Only this time, as suggested by Manuel Bernaldez-Torres, I'll be sorting the different queens into their houses at Hogwarts. While I can't cover every single one in the series, I try to cover the most popular and prominent ones. For anyone who doesn't know much about Harry Potter, don't worry. I'll be giving a summary of what Hogwarts houses are, why you're sorted into them, and the general characteristics of each. But before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons, Doug1195, 3 Moons, and Bombier. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Please check them out, they're awesome. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. Before we dive into things, here's a brief summary on how the Hogwarts houses work and what the different characteristics are of each one. Students at the Secret Magical School of Hogwarts are sorted into 4 specific houses depending on their personality, traits, and talents. The first one is Gryffindor, and its defining characteristics are bravery, chivalry, daringness, and nerve. They're usually great leaders, taking the stand when it's needed. The second is Slytherin, and its members are known for their ambition, resourcefulness, determination, and cleverness. Though they have a bad reputation as notoriously taking on the antagonistic roles in the books, a Slytherin at their best can use their skills for good, though sometimes they do end up on the wrong path. The third house is Hufflepuff, with its defining characteristics being a strong sense of justice, loyalty, patience, and a propensity for hard work. They make great friends with their undying loyalty and cheerful spirits. And lastly, the final house is Ravenclaw, which is actually my house. Ravenclaws are known for their intelligence, love of learning, wisdom, and wit. Ravenclaws are unique and creative, always thinking outside the box. Now that you're a bit more familiar with the houses if you weren't already, let's get right into sorting the queens. Scarlet is the first queen to get introduced to in the series, and she definitely made her mark, as shown by her being loved by so many Wings of Fire fans, including myself. Scarlet is undoubtedly a Slytherin. While she does possess some of a Slytherin's better traits, like their cleverness, she exhibits a lot of their flaws, like being cunning, self-reliant, assertive, authoritative, calculating, and manipulative. Scarlet is just a shining example of this house, albeit more of its negative traits. Still, while it is common to see Slytherin villains in media, I think Scarlet is actually a bit of fresh air by showing its ruthlessness. Up next is Queen Moorhen, ruler of the Mudwings. Based on her patience, dependability, loyalty, responsibility, practical nature, and secret workaholic tendencies, she's definitely a Hufflepuff. Moorhen is always looking out for her subjects and cares deeply about the ones she loves. While most of these traits are rooted in the Mudwing culture, she still goes out of her way to be a hard worker and do its best. Coral was a bit of a hard one to sort, but I think I've sorted her into Gryffindor. While people usually think of the greater traits of the house like bravery, chivalry, and passion, Coral shows a lot of the overlooked negative traits. She breaks rules when she deems it necessary, can be very merciless, isn't easily forgiving, and stubborn. Even just a glimpse into the deeper parts of Coral's character and her darkest moments can reveal these. But if she ever puts other aspects of her personality and talents to good use, I think she could be a really good queen. Glory was probably one of the easiest ones for me to sort. She just gives off total Slytherin energy, instead using most of its better traits, even if she does sometimes let the darker ones drag her down. She's confident in her abilities, a natural and successful leader, follows her own path, and is resilient. However, sometimes Glory lets herself be too self-reliant, not accepting much help from others, and can be a big perfectionist. Despite this, she knows how to take care of people, and has done a great job ruling over the Nightwings and Rainwings. Next up is Battlewinter, and with her perspective and worldview, I definitely say she's a Slytherin too. Battlewinter focuses on getting the best for her and her tribe, often ignoring those she hurts in the process, which can be a problem for overly ambitious or self-focused Slytherin. If she thinks she's doing the right thing, then she'll go to any length to keep doing it. Battlewinter can be cold, calculating, and not willing to listen to advice, even if she should. Fortunately, these traits and the lack of management around them led to her downfall. Now, I typically don't like to use combinations of 2 houses, but Thorn perfectly fits the mold of a Slytherin, encompassing the traits of both houses. She's a natural-born leader who's strong, resilient, passionate, sticks to her moral compass, successful, and even a little bit stubborn. Just one look at her character and you'll instantly recognize the strengths and weaknesses of both Gryffindors and Slytherins. Queen Glacier is just the perfect example of a Slitherclaw or mix between a Ravenclaw and a Slytherin. She was wise, independent, observant, accepting, intelligent, rational, and caring, combining the strengths of the two most misunderstood houses. Anytime Glacier was on the page, these traits really stood out. Ruby was yet another one, easy for me to sort. I'm going with Gryffindor in this one. She's tough, willing to stand up for what's right, passionate in what she believes in, and has a strong moral compass. However, Slytherin's Ruby cannot be easily forgiving, something a lot of Gryffindors struggle with. But despite that, Ruby rises to the challenge of keeping her kingdom safe, taking justice, bravery, and defense seriously. Wasp's negative Slytherin traits are shown through manipulative personality and actions, apathy when it comes to the well-being of others, mysteriousness, and emphasis on tradition. Wasp is always self-absorbed, assertive, and only trusts herself to get the job done right. Though Snowfall wasn't originally quite focused on self-preservation and protecting only certain dragons, she really grew throughout the course of her book. Eventually, Snowfall exemplifies one of Slytherin House's best traits. She's persistent, not letting anything get in her way, and not letting anyone tell her what to do who shouldn't. She's moved on from a lot of her perfectionism and accepted that she can't always do everything alone, which has helped her become an even better queen for her tribe. Jewel may very well be one of the nicest Hive-Wings we've met. I was super happy to see her get the crown because her kindness, friendliness, dependability, and down-to-earth moments really went a long way in helping our protagonists. Even though her loyalty is selective, she's truly willing to assist anyone who makes it worth it. Jewel is incredibly open-minded and sweet, making her the perfect Hive-Wing queen. Sequoia is the kind of dragon I consider to be a Ravendor, or mix between a Gryffindor and Ravenclaw. She's intelligent, wise, strong, independent, and willing to kick some dragon butt. Though it has been a struggle, Sequoia has been practicing controlling her quick temper and unforgiving nature. She's the definition of a powerful but wise leader, treating the dragons around her with the respect they deserve. And lastly, we have Hazel. I know she was only queen briefly, but she really stood out to me throughout her whole time in the books. And finally, I could talk about a pure Ravenclaw. Hazel's a carefree book lover who uses her kindness, intelligence, and aptitude of learning to help solve many problems. She's open-minded and accepting as well, caring about those around her and observing them. Hazel's introspective thoughts really helped her manage the stress of ruling a tribe in such a great time of need. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Do you agree with my sorting? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!